Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dave Klein, and I'm here with Tak Miyazoe, a producer with Namco on Dark Souls 2. I know you guys are as excited as I am. And first of all, congratulations on finishing the product. This is a big deal. I've had a chance to play a bunch of it, and I gotta say it's a masterpiece, so congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited. Really excited that half my job is over.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm really excited to see a lot of great feedback from the fans in terms of the new experience that we've tried for Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Now, something I've been wondering from playing the game is, it feels a lot to me in terms of the gameplay, a lot like Demon Souls as far as the mechanics of it work. Was there an actual intention to go back and kind of change it up that way, or what were you guys thinking when you did the combat structure?
When I speak with the director about how we designed the game and stuff, we always talk about this, but it wasn't necessarily our intention to go back to Demon Souls or anything like that. One of the biggest challenges that Tanimura, the director, really had was to really determine what to keep, what elements from Dark Souls 1 to keep, and what to change and enhance for a new experience for Dark Souls 2. Tanimura-san's the new director for Dark Souls 2, but he's been with From Software ever since Kingsfield, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2, obviously. So I think he took a lot of the good elements based on his experience, but really concentrated on really delivering the Dark Souls experience with a new enhancements, with new innovations for Dark Souls 2.
Now, as far as the lore of the game itself goes, it's kind of this interesting continuation from Dark Souls, but I feel like the item descriptions don't have as many clues in them as they did in Dark Souls. Kind of what's that balance you guys were trying to find, and how are you trying to make it so you could do this plot and actually continue the lore in the same type of structure as Dark Souls?
Well, main philosophy between a lot of the games that From Software develops is for the players to be able to really determine, explore, and discover the lore, the gameplay elements on their own. So the methodology of storytelling is very similar to Dark Souls. In terms of the item descriptions, it's something that Tanimura-san spent a lot of time doing for obviously that level of mystery, but also wanted to enhance a little bit so that all players who spend enough time will be able to understand the story that sort of outlines the world itself. So some of the descriptions might feel a little bit different from Dark Souls, but I think the effect that you will get will be fairly similar, I hope.
Now, something I have to confirm with you, April 25th, PC. Is that the release date?
It is.
Okay, all right. Because it was kind of a back and forth for a while, and today was finally the first day I've been hearing, like, yes, it's confirmed.
Yes, we apologize. It took us so long to be able to finally announce the PC Street date, but we're very excited, and I can assure you that Dark Souls 2 PC will be a great experience. The gameplay experience will be very similar to the consoles, but we did make sure that things like improved graphics, higher resolutions, higher frame rates, keyboard mapping, mouse controls, all of that has been included.
Well, speaking on which, I've heard that it was designed, I believe this was actually an interview, that was designed with next gen in mind. Can you talk anything about that?
Sorry about that. We don't have Dark Souls for next gen in mind at all right now. There's no plans. But when the programmers created the new game engine, they're programmers and they want to create an engine with all sorts of different options in mind. And it's not necessarily next-gen consoles, but I think we want to try and create an engine for the new generations to come. So a lot of the technology that they were really able to create newly for Dark Souls 2, hopefully we'll be able to tend to a lot more different options and different innovations, new enhancements for any future titles that From Software creates.
Now, Dark Souls 2 has some really interesting tiebacks to Dark Souls 1, specifically in a certain... What are you guys thinking in terms of those tiebacks?
It's hard for me to answer right now.
I guess I should say, like, how were you guys trying to implement that in a way that it didn't upset the original lore of Dark Souls 1?
Again, in terms of the lore, happens in the same universe but different places. So my correct answer for that is the stories don't have any relationship with each other. Hopefully, experienced players of Dark Souls 1 will be able to find those resemblances. I think, because Tanimura-san loves Dark Souls, he loves Demon Souls, those natural connections sort of did come in play.
Yeah.
But in terms of the story, again, they're completely different.
Okay, and I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to keep your time. You're really busy tonight. But I have one final question for you, which is, for you personally, what element of Dark Souls 2 are you most proud of in the game itself?
I think the exploration in Dark Souls 2 is grand. It was great in Dark Souls, even greater in Dark Souls 2. And also the role-playing elements. We've enhanced the Covenant system so that players can really take on a role in the universe itself and really influence other players. So I hope not just playing from start to end, but taking on a role in the world itself is something great, and hopefully players can enjoy.
Great, I agree. I think exploration is really what drew me to the game as well. It kind of reminds me of classic Zelda type of games. But thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And again, have a great night. Congratulations again. Play it now.